Hi, this is Erinn Morgan. I am the editor-in-chief of Eyecare Business Magazine, and I am here today at Vision Expo East in New York City. And I am here with Andrew Hyncik.
Correct.
I got that right? Okay, good. And he is the VP of Marketing for ZEISS Vision. And right here at the entrance of the show, ZEISS has a ZEISS Experience Center, which is very cool. So Andrew, can you tell us a little bit about what's new here at the show and what we'll see here at the Experience Center?
Of course. Well, first of all, welcome.
Thank you, and thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
So happy to have you over here. We're on the first day, the first morning of the Vision Expo East show, and we're super excited to be having both a booth downstairs, a main place where we talk about our equipment and lenses, but we also have what we call this Discovery Center here. But before I go into the Discovery Center and give you a tour, I want to share with you a couple of announcements this week. This has been an incredibly busy week for us in terms of announcements. We started off early on with a partnership announcement with the American Cancer Society. So we partnered up and are teaming with them to help educate people about the importance and value of full UV protection, specifically for the eyes and eyelids. Excuse me.
Amazing.
You know, it's not many people realize this, but a couple of stats for you. One, skin cancer is the leading non-disease-related cause of death for people under the age of 40 in America.
Amazing.
And of all the skin cancers, eyelid cancer. Our eyelids are about 1% of our body surface, but they can account for up to 10% of all skin cancers. And yet we find that, you know, when it comes to protecting your skin around your eyes,
Sure.
It's a bit of a gray area, right?
Sure.
Not everybody, I don't put sunscreen around those areas. Kids hate it, it stings, it gets in your eyes. So how do you protect that area? How do you protect your eyes? Now, sunscreens typically offer protection to 400 nanometers. It's a full UVA protection that you get in there. So that's great news. But since people don't put it around their eyelids,
Right.
you also ask yourself, well, if our eyelids aren't protected, what about our eyes?
Exactly.
Are they getting the full protection that we give to our skin? And the fact is today, well, 80% or 4 out of 5 lenses sold today do not protect from all UVA. The industry standard is at 380 nanometers. However, the world standard for UVA protection, or the definition of UVA, is all the way up to 400 nanometers. So you're probably asking yourself, well, what's the difference between 380 and 400?
Exactly.
Well, the difference is actually 40% of total UVA radiation that is still coming through most lenses and into our eyes. And so we're here to kind of help educate people about the importance not only of skin protection, but also obviously their eyes and eyelids. And the best way you can do that, there's really 2 simple ways to do that. One is insist on UV 400 protection, not just in your sunglasses, but also in your clear eyeglasses. Or else ask for ZEISS lenses, because all of the ZEISS lenses today have full UV 400 level nanometer protection in them. So it's effortless protection when it's sunny, when it's cloudy, when it's winter, when it's summer. You can wear your clear eyeglasses indoors or outdoors and know
And you're protected.
that you're protected.
That's fantastic.
To the whole spectrum. So that's the big news.
Every single ZEISS lens has that protection built in now.
Every single ZEISS branded
Wow.
lens, absolutely. We made that standard. We have not patented this technology, nor are we charging any more for that. We believe it's the right thing for patients out there, and we encourage you all to go and let your patients know or ask specifically for this level of protection. 30 years ago, it wasn't possible to achieve this level of protection without tinting the lens. Today, we've mastered the technology, and it is possible, and everybody deserves to have it, especially children, who are more vulnerable than adults,
And
3
more
times more
outside.
vulnerable, and more outside. So we really feel passionately, as you can tell, about this. It's a cause, it's a vocation, and we want to invite everybody to kind of experience for themselves what this protection is. So that's the first big announcement that we had.
That's exciting.
American Cancer Society and us were working together to try to reduce the impact of cancer on skin. The other big announcement that we had was a partnership with a sunscreen company called MD Solar Sciences. So they're working with us on this booth, and they are a premium sunscreen company, and they're sharing this mission that we have of trying to help people think more holistically about their face when it comes to protecting it from UV, because typically it's like the skin and the eyes are something separate.
Right.
Well, we're bringing dermatologists and ophthalmologists together to have a complete unified conversation around total face protection. Protect your eyes, protect your eyelids, protect your skin. So that's a big announcement that we had earlier this week. And then the third thing, which I'm going to show with you in a few minutes, is the release of our new CUV 400 technology that helps patients identify instantly and visually whether or not they have the full protection they think they might be having in their lenses. So that's going to be kind of fun.
Wow, so that's something that the eye care professional could have in their office.
Absolutely.
And use to look at different lenses and show them what has protection.
Exactly. So
Okay.
whether it's in the office or at a ballpark or at a health fair, they can kind of have patients see for themselves and tell them the story of what protection looks like. And if they don't have it, well, maybe they should come in and kind of get a new pair and try to kind of get that protection. 40% I think is worth it. It's kind of like jumping out of an airplane with 40% of your parachute missing. I'd rather not do it.
Not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea.
So
that's exciting. So we'll get to see the experience center.
yeah, I was going to kind of invite you all to kind of take a virtual tour, if you will, of our ZEISS Discovery Center. So if you'll look over there, clearly the message is about skin protection and eye protection. And so what we have over here, we have this sort of a consultation experience. So let's walk over and maybe we can kind of give you a virtual try of what it looks like, because it's open for the next 3 days. And if you're in New York and at Vision Expo East, come on over and try it out. Let's go. Alrighty, so we have some of our expert consultants here who are going to give you a little bit of a mini sort of makeover and familiarize you with some products that are designed to help protect your skin and your face, and also give you a little bit of a test to see if you've got the full UV protection you should have or hope you have, perhaps. So I'm going to turn it over to Pamela. Pamela is with our marketing group, and she's going to give you a little bit of an overview of the various products that we're talking about today.
Absolutely. So we're very excited to be partnering with MD Solar Sciences. It is a company that was founded by a dermatologist who's also an oncologist. And they have an incredible range of products available that provide the complete UV 400 protection. So the same protection that we are also promoting in our lenses. So it's full face protection. Most dermatologists will not recommend putting sunscreen on the eyelids and directly around the eyes. The skin there is very thin and very sensitive. So in order to have complete facial UV protection, we do need a combination of some amazing sunscreens as well as lenses that provide that full UV protection. So here today we have a host of their best sellers. We have their mineral creams, the stick cream, which is very handy on the go. We have some eye repair emulsions, so to help assist with the damage that has already been done around that eye area, and their daily anti-aging moisturizer, which is incredibly popular as well. In terms of the eye protection, we have our brand new CUV 400 device on stand, and here we actually have some glasses, and to the regular human eye, they look no different to one another. Both very clear, nothing determinant in either lens that sets them apart from one another. But as you put them on, I will show you. I'll do a quick little turn around here with the UV. You can see that one has completely turned black and is providing me with complete UV protection here. But one, you can see here on the left-hand side, you can still see my eye. That means that the UV is still penetrating through that lens and reaching my eye. So I'm not fully protected in those lenses.
So the lens that was black, that is the ZEISS, it's one of the ZEISS lenses.
It provides, or a sunglass that provides full protection, or a clear lens from ZEISS and UV Protect would appear like sunglasses. So my pair would be completely dark. And clearly it shows in the other lens that doesn't have this technology. It's in the material, just to be clear. It is not a coating, it is in the material. Because that's what's absorbing and blocking and filtering the UV. It would appear clear, would be an indicator that you're missing on that protection.
For sure.
And again, we estimate about 80% of folks out there are not getting the full protection they need. So, you kind of pay for it later on. It's sort of invisible, you don't feel it, but why wouldn't you protect your eyes from all UV down the road and the potential harm that that might cause?
This is amazing. So how can the eye care professionals get this?
Well, it's available today. We're taking pre-orders for it. It's going to be available on April 15th or thereabouts, and we're making those available. They're half off, half price.
Oh, nice. At the show.
And at the show, and probably a little bit beyond. We want to get these in the hands of as many people as possible. I think it's a necessary tool to educate people and have these conversations about UV protection. We're talking a lot about Blue Protect and digital devices. That conversation is the jury's still out on a lot of this stuff.
Sure.
And so maybe that conversation needs to be secondary to the UV conversation, which we know has been proven, scientifically shown over time to be damaging to the skin and to the eyes. And we all have a responsibility to protect those. So our suggestion is to start the conversation with UV. Use a tool like the CUV 400 and let people experience for themselves and say, oh my God, you know, I can see my eyes. I need to do something about it. Then the conversation about getting lenses that provide full UV protection is seamless and natural. And so we're excited to make this available to anyone who's interested in trying to educate their patients or doing outreach in the community. Think about carrying this to a health fair or to an event, and you put up a tent or a table and you're engaging with people and just saying this is a great way for you to see yourself, whether your lenses are protecting you. Because, you know, we tend to think of lenses as correction, right? Maybe a little bit of protection. What about prevention? You know, preventing the potential long-term damage that can result from UV. It starts with having clear lenses that protect you from UV.
Well, that's very, very powerful. We really appreciate you sharing this. So for our viewers that want to check this out, they can come to the ZEISS Discovery Center at the very entrance of the show. It's before you even get into the show.
Yep.
So it's out kind of in the lobby area on the top level of the Javits. You come in. And then downstairs is your booth.
We have the main booth where we traditionally have been. We created this as a more engaging, experiential setup for people to really, because when you talk about UV, it's invisible, right? How do you make it come to life?
Right.
And here we've really created this unique setting that's fun, that's stylish, it's got music, we got a DJ. And in fact, if you have a second, I'll pull you over and show you some more. You want to come on over and see the rest?
Sure.
Come on over. Watch your step.
Okay, thank you.
So when people are done with their consultation, which takes anywhere 5 to 7 minutes, we offer some refreshments over here, some fruits, some cucumber water to kind of really get that spa-like experience. We're also happy to offer people some little giveaways, some takeaways. We have a UV bracelet, and we also have some samples of the MD Solar Science products. So don't miss out on those. They're absolutely free, and we're happy to share those with people in the spirit of, again, getting their UV protection regimen up to where it needs to be. So that's available after your consultation. Then we got some fun demonstration. Before we wrap up, I want to show you some interesting things. And I want to introduce you to one of our friends. We call this the angry UV monkey. Why is he angry? Well, let's see. We're going to turn UV light on. And up here we go.
Oh my!
So imagine this. This is UV light. This is UV light over here that is irritating our eyes and our skin. So think of the monkey as just saying, I hate this stuff. So traditional lenses, polycarbonate lenses here, we're going to put them over here, and they're not blocking the UV.
Yeah.
The UV is still going through. The sensor's right down there. So what do? We got our polycarbonate lens with UV Protect, and now we're going to put it right over there.
Oh my gosh.
So we can shush the monkey. Regular polycarbonate doesn't work. My lenses have UV Protect.
Oh, look at that.
And they block as well. So you can take any pair and try it out in there.
That's
I know
great.
the monkey's a little irritating, so we're going to silence him a little bit. The last other demo tool that we have is about UV protection here. And then a great way to see it is you've got two different lenses over here. One with UV Protect and one without. And so we take these flashlights, if I can turn them on here, with UV light, and we can try to show what's going on around it. And you see that we are activating the area around, but nothing is going through there. And then this lens is a traditional unprotected lens, and you'll see, hopefully on that one, where it's going through a little bit more.
You can definitely see it, yeah.
So the intention really is you take it off there, you see the difference that it's having over there. And then this lens, we have natural lighting that's affecting that too. It's a little hard to see, but you can see the difference over here. And then if you want to activate them, boom, there you go. So it's another way to kind of make the invisible visible, and one of our tools. And then the last thing maybe on the way out, because we're not done yet. There's still one more stage.
This is a fun space.
Hello, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Amazing, amazing. Tell me about the lenses you wear.
Well, I actually have ZEISS UV Protect lenses at home. I'm not wearing them today, but
she's already winning.
I'm a fan.
Amazing. Would you like to get your photo taken?
I would love my photo taken.
Let's come and have a photo here. You ready? Absolutely.
Perfect. Eyes right in the middle of that circle. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Perfect.
Thank you. It'll be sent to your email, and a little souvenir of our time together.
Thank you.
So you can share this with your friends and family and colleagues. It's a little souvenir of your stay in New York and coming over to visit us at ZEISS. Please do come over if you're at the Vision Expo East. or if you have any questions, check us on ZEISS.com. We're happy to tell you more about UV protection.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. That was fascinating, and I can't see why people wouldn't want to come check it out. It's really exciting. So congratulations.
Glad to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers. Bye.